So a while ago, we actually made most of our doll school equipment, and they weren't that good. We just kind of like put, I don't know, cocktail sticks together or something, and it was pretty bad. But then we got the student desk set, and that was most of our accessories and stuff. But we found out that it only came with one of a few things, like it only came with one notebook or one just normal school book or something. Like it did come with 4 pencils and that was useful, but it only came with one of everything else. So we decided to make a video on doll DIYing them. So yeah, here it is basically. So the first thing we made is these pens. So how we made it is we used 5 clear kind of white beads and then 1 purple bead for the top, and then we used a blue kind of pointed bead or something at the bottom. And we figured that most people probably won't have these pointed beads, so we figured you could just use paper or I don't know, things you could find, and then you could also cover the whole thing in paper once you've done the beads if you wanted, but we kind of like the look of the beads, so yeah. You could also use lots of different beads, like you could use hammer beads or different shaped beads, so yeah, it's kind of like you can customize it but using the things you got. So how to make it is, I'm just going to use the example of our colored beads. So you glue one of the white beads and you put some hot glue, so you're using a glue gun, and you glue that, and then you stick another bead on top, and then glue that bead, stick another bead on top, do that all the way up, including the top purple bead. And then what you need to do for the blue bead is you literally just hot glue the bottom bead and then just glue the blue one on top. So you want the pointed bit facing outwards, and you kind of want to glue the kind of fatter rounded end if you have those beads. So the next thing is how to make a bag of elastic bands. So I actually think we did a better job of this one because you can actually open and close the bag, and the bands look almost identical, so yeah. So how we did it is we took one of these plastic bags. So we actually had loads of these from COVID tests, so we used them and we just thought that was the nice size, but it was a little bit too long, so we cut it quite like more than half the way up. And then once we cut it, we took some tape and then taped it up like that. So just taped up the open bit of the bottom bit basically. And then that's the bag for it. And then we just filled it with orange balloon pens, and then there you go, it's done. And yeah, I really like this because you can actually open and close the bag. So yeah. So this one isn't really a DIY, it's more of like a comparison thing, but we found this Bulldog clip that came in the student desk set, and well, we think they're called Bulldog Clips, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. So we found these Bulldog Clips, and we found that it is exactly the same size as some other Bulldog Clips we have. So we've got this orange one with a smiley face on it, and then we just got this black plain one. And it's literally exactly the same size. It's not like very similar, it's like exactly the same size. And it does exactly the same job, so you don't need a whole set to get one. You just go down to a stationery shop or whatever, and there you go, you got one. So this next craft is actually using the Bulldog Clips, which is why we added that last one in there. So it's to make clipboards, and this is extremely simple. So all you need is a little bit of card that we've got. We've actually used this from, I think it was like a birthday card or something someone gave us, but we cut it up and then used this fancy card, and then just kind of did that, and then added a Bulldog clip on top, and we just added some of our paper we've got. And if you don't have our generation paper, you can always just use plain paper. You could draw some lines on it, you could print some lines on it, I don't know. So yeah, it's really simple to do, and it's exactly the same basically. And you can also use loads of different types of clips. So we've got this hard clip here, we've got these pegs. So this peg is with a ladybird, this peg is with a football on, we just got this metal peg thing, and we've got this yellow clip thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but like this metal clip thing, and then we've got like another metal clip thing, but it has a nice teddy bear on it, and that's quite cute as well. So you can just use loads of different clips. So yeah, customize it. This next one is also literally almost exactly the same as the Our Generation one, and it's so simple. So it's to make a folder. So we just took our pink folder here, and then we just put it down on some fancy card. We drew around it with a pencil and then cut it out, and we scored along some of the lines to make it easier to fold, but that's optional. And then basically that's it. We also added this little bit of white paper to kind of make it so you could write your doll's name on it if you wanted. But yeah, so yeah, that's really simple. And also, if you don't have the Our Generation one, you can just kind of do a rectangle or something, so it doesn't need to have all these fancy like sticky outy bits or whatever. But yeah. And then this next one is also like another lucky find thing. So we found this little book thing that is like perfectly double sized. It's a little bit bigger than the Our Generation book we have, but that's fine because it works as just normal ones. And yeah, I'm sure you can get these like in loads of places, but this is just one we had, and yeah, it works like the same, so that's what we use. So the next thing we made is this little booklet thing. So it's perfectly fine, it works just the same way, but if you did it, then we do recommend using a bit of card for the front and the back just to give it a little bit of rigidity, but apart from that, then just follow it exactly the same. So how you make it is you cut an A4 bit of paper. So we cut it up, I think we folded it and cut it in half like 10 times or something. Yeah, we made it pretty small. But you do that, and then we just punched some holes in them. So we couldn't do it all at once. We had to do it in like section with like 5 pieces of paper at a time or something. But yeah, so we just punched 3 holes in it. The Our Generation one has 4 holes, but we realized that after we punched them. So yeah, we did that, and then we threaded a pipe cleaner through, and then used a pencil just to make it like these uniform loops, and then threaded it through, and then tucked the ends underneath it, and then it's fine. We also added a heart in the front of it just to make it look a little bit more like the Our Generation one, but yeah, that's optional. So this one is post-it notes, and the Our Generation post-it notes aren't actually sticky. They're just kind of connected at the back, as like just as a book would be connected at the back. So yeah, I think we kind of did it a little bit better because ours are actually sticky. So how we did it is we took these this like stack of post-it notes. We chose a bit where it had 2 colors in it, and then we literally just cut a heart in it, and then it's done. It's that simple. We tried doing it where we took 3 different post-it notes and so we cut it up into little squares, and then we glued it, like glued a little part of it, and then stacked them on top of each other. That didn't work. It just was like a solid bit of paper stacked on top of each other. I mean, it worked as in it looked good, but it wasn't functional. It was just a hard block. So yeah, just do the really simple method. So this next one is actually kind of a bonus one because I don't think you can get it in Our Generation. So it's a whiteboard. So I know you can get this, I think it's more like a chalkboard thing in the Awesome Academy, but I'm not sure if that's functional. It might be, I don't know. But yeah, this is a whiteboard. Like, yeah. So what you need to do is take a piece of paper, and we actually recommend putting it on some card first, but we didn't do that bit. But yeah, so then you need to cover it in sticky back plastic. So if you don't have sticky back plastic, I guess you could just use tape or like packaging tape or whatever. But sticky back plastic will look best because it's like one piece basically. And then we just added some foil around it just because we thought that was a bit more normal. So yeah, and then we used a whiteboard pen. So we had this whiteboard pen, I think it was from the Get Well Soon one, Our Generation set. So this came for the cast, Little Like cast, but we didn't use it for that. So we've used it for this whiteboard and it works fine. So if you have any other like whiteboard pen or whatever, so we've got this also another one from a calendar. So yeah, that's cool because it's got this nice little rubber thing on the top, so that's quite nice. But yeah, just any whiteboard pen, and if you've got different colors, that's even better, but we only have black. So you could use this whilst your dolls are playing school, or for just drawing random pictures or whatever, but yeah, it works perfectly, so we absolutely love it. So thanks for watching, bye!